Ladies and gentlemen, in the last hearing between Growpital and SEBI at SAT on the 3rd of February 2025, the Growpital lawyers had disclosed that there is an investor ready to acquire Growpital and that the refund to the investors would happen via the consequent new management of Growpital. The time has now come to reveal that mystery investor. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we have with us today the Managing Director of RPJT, Chetan Joshi. In fact, Chetan Joshi is the founder of RPJT Private Limited, also known as the RPJ Agri Farms. RPJT has decided to acquire Farmsilotech, Yacht Agro Ventures, Zera Farms, which we will, for sake of simplicity, refer to with the brand name Growpital. I will leave a link to the LinkedIn profile of Chetan in the description of this video. But first of all, Chetan, could you please introduce yourself, followed by a background and introduction of your firm, RPJT?
Hi, good morning, everybody. Good morning, Prashant. Good morning, Yutraj.
Good morning.
You've already given my name, so I'll just give you a brief as to what my background is. So I founded this company 2 years back. After working in the human resource domain for around 18 years, I have served in various agri companies across India. I have been a part of a company called Goodrich Group for 8 years, which was into core manufacturing, core production, and agriculture of tea as well as other food crops across India. My company is, as the name goes, it is into tea. So 80% of the revenue comes from tea manufacturing, production, and the sales of it. Apart from tea, we do other crops like rice, maize, and black pepper. So we hedge our products into these four farming produce: tea, black pepper, maize, and rice. This is my second year of operations. Yes, we started off very recently. By the grace of God, we've been doing pretty well in terms of our numbers and everything. We have a team size of 600 odd employees across India, having our offices in Mumbai, Pune, Jaipur, and Guwahati. We are based out in four offices. We have also our own retail stores wherein we are trying to sell our farming produce through our own packets in retail market. This is to generate more revenue, because if you do B2B, you get lesser margin. If you do B2C in your own ecosystem, you get a higher margin. And we try to cut the middleman in between, whereas we do everything ourselves. This is what it is about the business model and about me and myself. Other things about myself is I am a first generation entrepreneur. Have been a sports person throughout my life. Have been, and that is why I compete very, very hard. The entire organization is pretty fit, pretty young, pretty vibrant. This is it about me and myself, Prashant. Thanks.
We are also joined by the founder and CEO of Growpital, Rituraj Sharma. Rituraj, how are you doing this morning?
I'm doing good. So, really happy that Chetan is there over this call to share his thought process behind the association or the acquisition there.
Awesome. Chetan, can you confirm to us in your own words if you're going ahead with the acquisition of Growpital? And if so, when did you come up with the idea of acquiring Growpital? Was it your own decision, or did Rituraj approach you with this idea?
So your one question has multiple questions. So the first part of your question is, kya tha? When did I come across this idea? Right.
Well, can you confirm? Can you confirm to us that you are going ahead with the acquisition?
If we have applied, if we are talking, if that means I'm going ahead. Rest, it is up to the court, SEBI, and all the stakeholders involved. Up to them to decide. Up to Rituraj to take a call. Everybody. So yes, I from my side, we are going ahead. That is what I can say. So that is the reply to first part of your question. What was the second part?
When did you come up with the idea of acquiring Growpital? Was it your own decision, or Rituraj approached you?
So ये भी वापिस दो सवाल पूछा एक में. So when did I come across this thing? So to be very honest to you I was following. Since we are from the agri domain, whatever work Rituraj and Yota Growpital had been doing was actually phenomenal. Uh, I do not know whether you've done your research or not. I do not know any organization in India who has been actively farming in 20,000 acre of land under one umbrella. इंडिया के अंदर जो भी एग्रीकल्चर होता है जो बोलते हैं वो फ्रेगमेंटेड होता है. So I may be wrong, but I do not know any organization or any entity farming in 20,000 acre of land. Apart from certain big like tea companies like McLeod Russell or Goodrich who have large farms. Keeping that aside, any agri company इतना बड़ा land mass में own employees, own agronomy team, own supply chain, own inputs. I do not know, and that too in only 700 days, right? 2 साल ऋतुराज.
Yes. Around.
700 दिन में 20,000 एकड़ में खेती करना, no one can do. And that is the phenomenal thing. I have gone through their SOPs. I went through their mustard ka SOP, to be precise. I went through their I think potato also. That was
Yes.
phenomenally done. The detailing involved. So a farmer or a worker has to blindly follow it. So if you follow that, input X में X plus 30%, X plus 40% revenue आ जाएगा. If you do the basics right. So that is what I admire about him and his team and his company, and that is what motivated me to take over. And seeing the existing set of business, whatever is left, उसके अंदर operating profit banana is not that difficult. Right?
I would like to add here is that Chetan is being so confident. Like I'm glad that he's being so confident about the things and all. But and to be very honest and true here, so like he has done his own research by really grilling me and seeing the documents and all everything. Done his fair share of due diligence. That's how. Like that's why I'm glad that he's so confident about this thing to happen.
Thanks for that, Chetan and Rituraj. And you mentioned, you partially answered my next question, Chetan, but I'd like to still ask it if you want to add something to that. You mentioned about so many thousand acres of land under cultivation and the SOPs, but the fact remains that the business is at the moment non-operational. So, given all that scenario which we are in, what business value do you see in Growpital under the circumstances when the actual business is really shut down?
See, how do I answer this? Yes, it is non-operational, but it is not that it cannot be revived. Everything can be revived. If there are things in place, things can be revived. I give a recent example of BSNL making a profit after 27 years. Right? If you read the business newspaper, if that can happen with a change in management and after Growpital being shut only for 1 year, things can be revived, and revival is land is there, zameen to hai, correct. If one lease has expired, you can take another lease.
Correct.
So cheezein to ho hi sakti hai, and revival can happen. What you are talking about is land, people, inputs, farming, natural resources,
Yes.
and the output. इसमें problem कहाँ है? I don't see a problem.
True.
I don't see
Right.
a problem. I don't see a problem until unless something dramatic happens. I don't see a problem. Yes,
can just
the nature's course will take its time. Like it takes 9 months for a baby to be delivered. जो वो 9 month है उसको आप 7 months या 5 months में नहीं कर सकते. पर जो बेसिक, अगर आप बेसिक्स ठीक करते हो तो जिस ड्यूरेशन में क्रॉप लगना है, यील्ड निकलना है, हार्वेस्टिंग होना है, वो होगा, बिल्कुल
Right.
होगा.
Right.
और वो एआई से नहीं होगा, वो जमीन से होगा. जमीन में आप एआई नहीं लगा सकते. So it is a natural process, right? And one more, I think you missed out. Rituraj did not approach me. I approached Rituraj. That was the last part to your previous question. Correct?
Correct. I can just add to it. Chetan has fairly said this part that the things can be revived, and why he and I am also confident around it is because there was no default ton with any of the, like you can say, the persons or the landowners or the associates where we were doing farming. Okay, that's why it can be revived. It all the defaults in our company has been done only after the SEBI's order, not before that. There has been no default in our company before that. There has been no, like, nobody can find a single instance of default over money. Like, that's what I can say.
Sure. So thanks for that, Chetan and Rituraj. Chetan, once you acquire Growpital, what would your immediate priorities be? More specifically, and this is important from investors' perspective, would the current investors whose money is stuck be your priority? And if that is the case, how soon can they expect their capital back, and what percentage of their invested money back? And if I might add, what about the returns that were indicated earlier?
Again, five questions in one single question. So, see, firstly, investors need partners. Firstly, partners, number one. Number two, my first priority would be business continuity. First and foremost. And then other things come into the picture. Regarding partners' money that is there, that proposal in detail has been submitted to uh, your to Rituraj and his team and his legal team, and I think they have forwarded it to SAT and SEBI as well. Everything is mentioned. My detailed proposal is mentioned there, and it is up to the relevant authorities and the competent authorities to take a call. So जो भी मुझे बोलना है मैंने वहां बोल दिया, and this is not the right forum where we discuss money, but we would be working in the best interest of all the partners and all the stakeholders. Is
Right.
To the best interest. So my personal interest would be last. The first would be business. So for any organization, business is the सर्वोपरि. Business सर्वोपरि होता है. So we would be putting business at the most important aspect. In anything else, I think Rituraj have answered it as per what the document has been submitted.
Right. So from my side, I can also add to it that the proposal is a very detailed proposal which has been submitted to courts for their perusal, and over that the next hearing is already there, over which the decision has to be taken that should we go ahead with it or not. So the point is, from our side, we are okay with the proposal. We are okay that because the proposal itself mentioned a timeline when how the funds and in what tranches and what will be the frequency of returns and all will be done. This is being done. Okay, but it cannot be discussed publicly because of the reasons, like you are aware of the fact that we cannot discuss the strategies how will be done there, and before the public. It should be discussed in courts only.
Fair enough. Chetan, you mentioned that there were 20,000 acres of land under cultivation for various crops. So, can you walk us through how did you do your due diligence for such a large area, so many crops, so many states? For example, did you actually visit those farms? And if you did, what are your initial impressions with what you saw?
See, I visited most of the farms. I have since we operate out of we have farms operation in Northeast in Maharashtra as well. So yes, Rajasthan as well. I'm natively from Rajasthan only, and we have our own feet on street team. So yes, whatever details Rituraj had given us, physical verification of those farms have been done, and I even found whatever assets they mentioned to be there. Like those tractors are still there. The HDMI irrigation pipes are still there. Those things are still there. I did find them to be in the places. Regarding the due diligence part, it is an ongoing process. It keeps happening till the very last moment, till the share transfer is not done. So it is an ongoing process. But precisely, you talk about farms and the assets, right? It is there intact. It is absolutely there. I would even, Prashant, आपने तो बहुत जगह सारे cover किए हैं. I would request if you can also visit whenever you get time. You stay in Gurgaon. There are farms very nearby. You can please visit. It is still there. It is a piece of land. Land ko koi chori nahi kar sakta. The best part of land is it can never be stolen. It will always be there on earth, and it is there.
Maybe someone else is doing for it, but it was there.
Yeah, it was there. It was there. Yes. Right, Prashant?
Yeah, thanks for that, Chetan. And uh, so this due diligence was obviously two-way, and you clearly seem to be happy with the due diligence which you have done so far, and that's why you're going ahead with the acquisition of Growpital. Rituraj, can you tell the reverse part of it? Because you must have also evaluated the relationship from your angle. If you'd like to express your due diligence part of it.
So I don't know how to answer it, but it was like more simple at my end because see, from the perspective of getting a proposal and just vetting it on the lines of that, will the company be able to deliver what is being mentioned in the proposal? Okay, so it was well drafted. It was the timelines and everything was given, and the confidence which we got from the proposal was they were having the right LOIs and the orders with them. So it was easy for us like, okay, yes, if they acquire the company, they will be able to uh, meet all the things which they proposed in the proposal. This was my basic thing. Okay, and they have like given us the all the detailed like the signed letters and LOIs there with them from the sales side and from the lands and all everything there and or the projects which they were getting.
Awesome. Uh, Chetan, if we see the integration of your firm RPJT with Growpital, do you think it is more like a vertical integration where Growpital adds to a new part of the value chain for RPJT? Or do you think at it as a horizontal integration where you're increasing the market share of RPJT with all that comes along with Growpital?
Prashant, it is obviously adding to the value chain. That is why we are discussing. Point number one, अगर value add नहीं कर रहा होता तो हम करेंगे ही क्यों? Right.
Yes, he's a
Second, second, secondly, vertical and horizontal both. Any acquisition, any new agreement that any organization does, it adds by default horizontal and vertical. Right. So it is both, and yes, it will exponentially add value. Yes.
All right, excellent.
And eventually increase the market share. Eventually increase the market share.
What is your vision as an agri-tech preneur, as they say these days? You may say so.
First take Rituraj's vision. He is more what I say. He's more. He's more
no, sir,
much
it is
more.
capability as well.
No, you should ask his vision first. Rituraj, I would want you. मैं अपना vision दूंगा पर ऋतुराज का vision पहले ले लो.
The Mera vision though, it was like always thing over that I'm like still aligned with the agriculture industry because I know that what can be done with this part. Okay. I can really say around it. If the market is so big, the land areas are there, everything is there. So मेरा तो vision ही वही था कि that सारी खेती जो हो रही है वो हम कर रहे होते, right? And with this acquisition, I think Chetan and his team like take it ahead. Maybe we can like cross our paths in future as well, like through some certain association or something. I cannot comment on that part right now, but there can be a possibility because the lands are and like available in abundance. Okay, and everybody is facing problems in operations on. And I still say this, and I can still stick with this part.
Correct. So Mera vision is very simple. See, we want to be the largest farming company in the galaxy. Galaxy. Number one. Number two, when Elon Musk wants to set up a colony in Mars, मैं तो चाहूंगा वहां भी फार्मिंग नहीं करूं. खाएंगे तो इंसान, खाएंगे तो आटा चावल.
सही बात.
राइट और नो प्रश्न. तो
yes.
वहां ऋतुराज आप और मैं ही खेती करेंगे.
राइट.
अगर सब एआई करने लग जाए, सब किसी और कंपनी के थ्रू डिलीवरीज करने लग जाए, डिलीवरी किस चीज की करोगे तो फूड प्रोड्यूस का. Whatever you do in your life comes from land, and it is not at all replaceable. So
Correct.
my vision is Elon Musk मार्स में कॉलोनी बनाए तो वहां फार्मिंग भी हम ही करें. राइट. बाकी जिसको जो करना करते रहे. खाना हम देंगे, अन्न हम देंगे, उसके बाय प्रोडक्ट्स जो भी बनेगा हम देंगे. राइट. वहाँ बियर भी बनेगा तो भी हमारे व्हीट का या हमारा राइस का या हमारा शुगर केन का मोलासिस का ही बनेगा. Do you get my vision? So everything we will be providing food through our farming. That is what is my end mission. So Elon Musk जो vision देता है उसके साथ align करना, right?
हाँ, बिल्कुल.
So this is my vision.
Excellent. I think that's true agricultural thinking. So best of luck for that. But since both of you are talking, and honestly, there sounds a chemistry between the two of you. So let me ask you this: when you run the operations, Chetan, of after acquisition, are you planning to give Rituraj an executive or an operational role, or perhaps try to bring his old team back together, or is it a goodbye and good luck to Rituraj forever?
See, whatever it is between me and Rituraj, it is between me and Rituraj, right? It is between my organization and Rituraj ka organization. But it would be a privilege to have someone like him with me, because the expertise that he brings across on the table is unmatched. The best part is he doesn't have only the theoretical knowledge. He's done it practically as well. If you bring any other organization on board, they would only be speaking based on the books that they read. He and his team have done it and have delivered. So it would be an honor to have him with us. And he keeps guiding me also. Whenever I do have doubts, I do speak to him also. ऐसा नहीं है. I would openly say it also. But whatever is between us is again premature, cannot be discussed here. It will be between us only. Right, Rituraj?
Right.
Would you like to add to it, Rituraj?
So it's like, as he correctly said, that it is like very early to discuss around those lines. The first part is like the proposal to go through, okay, and the process to happen of the acquisition. Then it becomes like easy for me to decide that how the association can be done and all. I'm very glad that Chetan is like very open to this part at this point of time, and this will be a privilege for me as well, like if we can associate in any capacity for running the execution.
Awesome. Best of luck to both of you. Chetan, you're already well aware that there is an ongoing court case going on between Growpital and SEBI at the SAT. Have you taken a legal debriefing of the Growpital versus SEBI case? And what's your initial assessment of this whole saga?
Yes, I have taken a legal opinion, certainly. That is why we have done our own due diligence, number one. Number two, my opinion is not relevant. It is up to the court to decide. I am a very, very small person in the country to comment something on the legal system. Me, Rituraj, both have 100% confidence on the legal system. Whatever they are doing, they will do it to the best in the interest of everybody. Right? So, my opinion doesn't matter. I would only say, just like to add, if this would not have happened, the stopping of the operations, in terms of agri operations, Growpital would have been perhaps the largest farming company in India, maybe across the world. You never know. Because the rate at which they were growing, I'm talking about farming operations and the revenue generation. This rate pe wo chal raha tha. It would have created something else. It would have created something else. Just if that thing was not stopped. Because I was closely monitoring. No company grew at this rate. वो भी agri में तो असंभव. The way they grew, the type of team they had, the sales team, marketing team, their agri team, the field operations team, it was, and the best part is everybody was young, and they wanted to work. They wanted to bring about a change in the industry. So this is what my submission is. Rest, it is up to the competent authority to decide what course they want to take. Right, Tushar?
Fair enough. So, gentlemen, thanks a lot. I now request each one of you to, as a final say, please address everybody whose money is stuck in Growpital, the LLP investors, the farmers, the laborers, the TAP Invest investors, the NCD holders who are looking at you as a ray of hope, as a white knight. but are still having lots of doubts, mainly because their money is stuck in the system for more than a year now. Rituraj, if you can go first and address our audience.
I can just say that I'm doing my part to resolve this situation as fast as possible. I'm like I'm like not keeping any stone unturned to look out for any opportunity. And I feel the opportunity which I have received right now for the acquisition and getting the money returned to all the partners is a very good opportunity for us. Again, another thing which I request time and again through your videos as well is not to be paranoid. Please see and watch what you are saying, how you are saying, what steps and actions you are taking, because you never know if some or the other people are taking such kind of negative steps, which becomes really problematic for the opportunity which we have received. I cannot say it like very clearly, but होता क्या है कि if certain steps are being taken और उसकी वजह से अगर इस opportunity को problem होती है तो because of one or two people all the partners get suffered due to this. Okay, so let the things take its own course of time. Okay, it is not, I understand that it has been 1 year, it's a delay, but these delays were not dependent on me or you, right? These were like things which were not in our control. ये हमारे कंट्रोल में कभी हो भी नहीं सकते थे, right? हमारा काम था कि हम अपॉर्चुनिटीज ढूंढें, सब चीज करें, कहीं ना कहीं से कोई सॉल्यूशन निकालें. The other part which I would like to say that is I am still confident about the things which I have done, and I have no problem saying this thing that कहीं पर भी कुछ भी गलत किसी भी चीज से नहीं हुआ है. People are being paranoid around certain parts कि ऐसा हो गया वैसा हो गया, where no government order or no one talks about it this way. Okay, it is like only the matter is under the investigation of CIS, nothing more than that. And I really don't understand why people try to prove it otherwise. What gain the things will bring to it? मुझे सही में समझ में नहीं आता है ये चीज. एंड रियली रिक्वेस्ट पीपल फॉर दिस पार्ट कि जो चीज है उसको वहीं तक रहने दीजिए. उसके ऊपर की जितनी भी थ्योरीज हैं, है ना, या जो आपका पैरानोया या किसी वजह से कुछ भी चीज बन के आ रही है, आई कैन अंडरस्टैंड द फ्रस्ट्रेशन, बट आई रियली रिक्वेस्ट or to the people to be wary about the steps they take being in that paranoid situation or thinking around those lines that some wrong has been done, some scam has been done, or some fraud has been done. I'm damn sure about it. Nothing is done wrong there. Okay, and and I am also confident around this part only. I'm just fighting this case just to resolve the situation. Otherwise आप सब बोलते हैं ना कोर्ट में केस चल रहा है, ये सब चल रहा है. सबसे पहले देखने की बात यही है कि केस हमने ही किया है, और उस केस के अंदर जो पॉइंट है वो यही रेस किया गया है, प्रेयर यही रेस की गई है, कहता है प्लीज have a solution in place so that the partners and other stakeholders can be relieved out of it, including employees, farmers, and everyone.
Yes,
Okay, so
yes.
it's the thing which can go along, over which the investigation is okay, which is yet to be proven. Okay, nothing else in there. And why I'm now more confident is because if I'm getting a proposal over this acquisition, I have submitted my papers to a third party as well. Okay, he has also done his due diligence. The Chetan has also done his due diligence over this part. He has also seen all the documents. In fact, there were people who have visited our farms. There were people who have visited our office also to check the papers and all. Okay, so like it's a good opportunity. I would like suggest you to take interviews of those people as well. क्योंकि होता क्या है अदरवाइज सिर्फ 30 से 40 लोगों के पैरानोया के बेसिस पे पूरे 5200 लोगों का है ना नैरेटिव बन जाता है, विच आई फील इज नॉट द राइट थिंग टू डू. विच एक जो नेगेटिव परसेप्शन बनने लगता है वो स्प्रेड बहुत आसानी से हो जाता है. दिस इज व्हाट आई एम ट्राइंग टू से. मतलब यू हैव अ गुड चैनल देयर, आई थिंक यू कैन टेक दैट पार्ट एज वेल. लाइक यू आर ऑलरेडी आप कोर्ट केसेस और हियरिंग्स को भी आप अच्छे से इसके अंदर बता ही रहे हैं. यू आर टेकिंग आवर इंटरव्यूज एज वेल. I think you should take interviews of some of the partners as well who have visited our farms and all, who have visited the office, जिन्होंने तो सारे डॉक्यूमेंट्स देखे ही थे, वही सारे डॉक्यूमेंट जो चेतन ने भी देखे. द ओनली थिंग वाज कि उन्होंने सिर्फ डॉक्यूमेंट्स देखे थे, चेतन ने एक स्टेप जाके उन डॉक्यूमेंट्स का वेरिफिकेशन भी किया, बिकॉज हिज मोटिव वाज समथिंग एल्स. द पार्टनर्स का लेकिन मोटिव ये भी तो हो सकता है ना कि एक थोड़ा सा रिलीफ भी तो मिल सकता है ना कि अगर आप क्रॉस चेक करते हैं तो. पार्टनर्स भी तो ऑल ओवर इंडिया के ही हैं, सब जगह हैं. लाइक ही वाज हैविंग हिज ओन ग्राउंड टीम, इनके भी बहुत सारी जगहों पे शॉप्स हैं और स्टोर्स हैं, राइट. So he is able to do it. The partners are also able to do it. or I must say were able to do it. अब पता नहीं कैसे होगा, लेकिन but हाँ, that was a possibility to clear off the paranoia and the pointers which people are trying to prove it otherwise. I don't know why. This is the only thing. Like I can just say, stay hold of it, everything will get clear up. I'm confident about it this time.
Thanks, Rituraj. Chetan, would you like to address our audience?
Exactly the same. The only thing is, see, negativity will always spread faster than positivity. कुछ भी चीज अच्छा करने में बहुत ज्यादा एफर्ट लगती है, मुश्किल चीज गलत चीज करने में बहुत कम एफर्ट, इसलिए लोग गलत चीजें ज्यादा करते हैं. Right? It is very difficult to leave a bad habit. Very easy to get into something which is bad. So I would only say that have trust on us as well as on Rituraj. He's been fighting everything for the past 1 year. The amount of emotional trauma that he has gone through is immense, right? It breaks a person emotionally, mentally, everywhere. He's still holding strong. It is 1% versus 5,000%, not that easy. Plus agencies, plus court cases. So I would only say have trust on us. You've spent 1 year waiting, wait for 15, 20 days more. What else can I say? And everybody is working in the greater interest of everybody. किसी का कोई personal as such नहीं. Both of us are businessmen.
Right.
Business तो चलेगा ही. Business नहीं चले तो कुछ नहीं चले. So business तो चलेगा ही, but we do not intend to harm anyone financially or any other way.
मैं एक चीज और ऐड करूंगा. Moreover, even if the trust is not there on me, I would just request to have the trust on the system. उस पे तो करो, अगर आप हम पे नहीं कर सकते, क्योंकि मुझे तो उस पे ही ट्रस्ट है, क्योंकि उसी से ही तो निकलेगा ये सारा सॉल्यूशन.
Gentlemen, thanks a lot for talking to me and to our audience. Ladies and gentlemen, we have been in conversation with the CEO and founder of Growpital, Rituraj Sharma, and the managing director and the founder of RPJT, acquiring Growpital, Chetan Joshi.
Thank you.
Thank you.